12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing their white trunks with red trim and weighing in at 233 pounds. His overall career totals are 54 victories against only 3 defeats, with 37 KOs to his credit. For 7.5 years, he ruled the division, making 15 defenses of the title. Tonight, he returns to Caesar's Palace, where he won it all in '78. Ladies and gentlemen, from Easton, Pennsylvania, the challenger, former heavyweight champion of the world, the Easton Assassin, Larry Holmes. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gold trunks with white trim, weighing in at an even 210 pounds. In 1984. Olympic bronze medalist, was the first of the great '84 team to win a world title, becoming cruiserweight champion in only his 13th bout as a professional. Since moving up to the heavyweight division, he's maintained a perfect record, which now totals 27 victories without a defeat, 22 by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, from Atlanta, Georgia, the two-time world champion and current undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Evander, the real deal, Holyfield.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the championship of the world. We've been through all the instructions, picked a tough, clean fight, and checked himself at all times. Any questions from Mr. Holmes or his corner? Any questions, Mr. Holyfield's corner? Let's get it on.
Holmes tried to stare at him, and Holyfield just smiled. And earlier, Larry trying to take the mic from Michael Buffer and tell him how many championship fights he's had. As you see the disparity in championship rounds, Larry winking to some people at ringside, both very relaxed.
Well, that's going to change in about another 5 seconds because they won't have time for grabbing mics or smiling at each other. They're going to get down to business, and here we go.
Holyfield going right at Holmes. Said he wants Holmes to be active. He doesn't want him to be in a defensive posture. Holyfield said he's been most successful with boxers who have fought him.
And what he means by that, Len, is he likes a fighter to open up with him and trade punches with him because really that's where Holyfield has been most successful. When Douglas opened up with him, caught him with a good counter punch. Dopes, of course, in that wild fight they had right here, he opened up and knocked him out finally in the 10th round, I believe. So that's one of the things that Evander enjoys, a good brawl.
You see Holyfield easily ducking the punches of Larry Holmes here in the early going. Holyfield goes to the body. Remember, George Foreman was able to land many punches on Holyfield. Of course, you know what Bert Cooper was able to do in that 3rd round. We get to see what Larry Holmes can do as far as landing punches. A minute gone in the 1st. There goes Holmes sticking out that left hand of his, as he's wont to do.
Of course, in that fight against George Foreman, we saw Evander Holyfield in those mid-rounds land some of the most exceptional combinations that I've seen thrown, really, especially by a big man, a big heavyweight.
Holmes went to the right hand. Didn't do much damage. Holyfield's been working the body a bit. Now he comes with the overhand right. Goes to the body with the jab. Holyfield doing some body work midway through the 1st round.
As I mentioned before, that was something that Ray Mercer didn't do throughout the fight against Larry Holmes, and was doing that, headhunting and throwing some wild punches like that. But Holyfield obviously learned from that, and he's going downstairs right off the bat.
Holyfield has been in command nearly 2 minutes into the round. Left hand from Evander. Well, as Holmes said to the camera, he was no Tommy Morrison against Mercer. He's quickly learned that Evander Holyfield is no Ray Mercer here.
It's a very good point. Evander Holyfield really is fighting the right fight, putting pressure on, and putting Larry Holmes in a defensive posture throughout this 1st round.
Holmes is yet to land a good blow. It's been Evander Holyfield here in the 1st round. Low blow from Holmes. A low blow. Mills Lane's will warn him.
Well, Mills Lane got a little bit more upset about that low blow than Evander Holyfield did. It's as if it never even landed. Holyfield came right back after Holmes.
Holmes' punch is blocked. Holyfield finishes off with a left. Another one. That's the round. Seemed a bit long, but that's the round to Holyfield. As we start the 6th round.
Maybe I'm stopping short of saying that Larry Holmes is winning a lot of these rounds as this fight goes on. But as the CompuBot stats showed, he's landed 49% of his punches, if I'm not mistaken.
With jabs.
Jabs, was it?
Yeah. Holyfield clapped the right hand over the top.
He did it again. Holmes just rolling with it. Got the
couple
shoulder.
jabs from Holyfield.
Larry Holmes is great at getting in the shoulder in the way of the chin and rolling with that punch.
And Holmes backs off towards the ropes, and Holyfield obliges him. Comes in after him with the right. And it's down to the 6th. Grazing left hook from Holyfield.
Larry Holmes playing a little waiting game here, letting Evander shoot off some steam, laying against the rope. He's deflecting a lot of punches. And let's see if he turns it on the last half of this round to pull it out for himself.
Holmes will jab, and then Holyfield will come in after him. Trying to hold him at arm's length with the left hand. And Holyfield working the body again.
Larry Holmes stuck out that jab. Holyfield put a right hand right under the jab to the ribs. He's going to have to do a lot more than that to really get Larry Holmes in trouble. He's going to have to be punching in combinations once he gets inside.
Larry missing the big uppercut. Inside of a minute remaining in the 6th. Fairly even fight thus far. Mills Lane says no wrestling as they were pushing off towards the corner. Oh! Right hand by Larry Holmes. And Holyfield, as he's shown, continues to take the big punches. Lands some of his own. Another right hand over the top from Holyfield. A left, another right from Evander. And Holmes coming out of there.
One or two of those right hands got in. Larry Holmes again deflecting a lot. Came back with a little body shot of his own. But landed the more clean and effective punches right before that series on the ropes here with 2 right hands. Holmes landed 2 great right hands.
Final seconds of the 6th.
Well, it looks like Evander got a headbutt right off the ropes there. And I'm not sure he is cut. And it's a bad cut in the eyelid.
The eye. And that's exactly what Lou Duva, now he's out yelling at Mills Lane in the ring.
Well, Lou Duva said he hit him with a headbutt, but it was Evander Holyfield that looked like he fell forward into the ropes, and Mills Lane is saying he didn't see what happened. But Larry Holmes does need a knockout to win this fight.
Touch gloves for the 12th and final round for the World Heavyweight Championship. Holyfield abandoning the jab there in the 11th. Holmes will be going for the knockout. He knows himself he needs it.
There's that jab landing on that cut, and it did reopen it again. A little blood starting to trickle out, but I think the 3 minutes, the doctors and the referee will let this fight go on, regardless of how much blood comes out of that cut during this round.
Of course, Holmes thinks he needs the knockout, but when it goes to judges' scorecards, you just don't know how close it might be at this point.
Nice left hook to the liver by Holyfield, following a couple of shots to the head.
Holyfield, left hook connects.
One of the things that can happen when you get a little desperate and need a knockout like Holmes does or thinks he does, you leave yourself vulnerable to maybe some strong shots by Holyfield.
Look at the laughing from Larry Holmes. Now he goes into a bit of an Ali movement as Holyfield was landing there, and Holmes was showing disdain, but he has to show more than that here with 1:40 remaining.
That's right, and by laying on the ropes and Holyfield not obliging him, nothing's going to happen for Larry Holmes. He's got to press it like he did with that right hand, and that was a nice shot. Well, I'll tell you, he's landed some beautiful right hands on Holyfield. Either Larry Holmes doesn't have the same starch he did on his right hand years ago, or Holyfield's chin, as we well know, is a real, real good one.
Remarkable that the 13-year age difference, and they're breathing about the same here with 1:12 to go in a 12-round.
Oh! Two more right hands, a long one and a short one on the inside landed by Holmes. You know, you got to ask yourself, are the judges maybe going to remember how Holmes may have gotten jobbed in that last Spinks fight, which I think he did, and maybe try to make it up to him a little bit?
I think that's a reach, Joe.
I don't know.
It's a long time ago.
Well, let me tell you something. We saw something like that happen with the fight recently against Tommy Hearns and Iran Barkley. They, in my estimation, gave Tommy Hearns a lot more credit in that fight than they should have against Barkley.
Based on overall reputation, but not one specific incident. Here we go with 33 seconds remaining. Larry Holmes coming on strong in the 11th and 12th after resting in 8 through 10. Couple good hooks by Holyfield with the left hand. This fight ending in a flurry, and Holyfield with the left. It has Holmes up against the ropes, and Holmes trying to battle out of there with 15 seconds to go. Both looking for one big punch, and now Holyfield backs off.
It's Holmes who runs Holyfield off the ropes here. He only has 15 seconds left. He should fight to the finish here and ensure the victory for himself.
And Holyfield ends bleeding, and the two of them, well, finally, Holyfield the one to put an arm around Holmes. Holmes, as George Foreman did before him, takes the champion the distance.
Chuck Giampa scores about 116 to 112. That's the same score, 116 to 112 from Carl Castellano, and Glenn Hamada has it 117 to 111 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Real Deal Holyfield. Ladies and gentlemen,
so just about as we saw it, Evander Holyfield retains his title, and now we'll look forward to the winner of the Riddick Bowe